saw
All right,
one on my way
and
here.
we're live.
I saw a blue one.
Can you switch on the live
Dan?
live button, please?
Yeah. Do the
And
thing.
we're live! Yay!
Hey! Sorry,
we're live-ish.
I got distracted by the thing with engine.
Oh yeah. That thing is happening now.
Oh wait, whoa! Hey, we're live?
Yep.
We are alive, I think.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's that time
Hold
on
on.
Friday.
Wait.
Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, we're still here.
Do you need some salt?
No, please. I've been shot so many times tonight.
Hey, now we'll be able to get them offs. Wherever they go. We're ready, guys. We're ready. The best
sort
of ready. The,
Brian's over here locked and loaded, ready to
the best
rock.
$12 I've spent at Walmart recently.
Hey guys.
This is entertaining for everybody.
Oh, it
Wait,
is.
Hey guys,
This-
we're Pints and Pistons, the bug exterminating live extraordinaire.
We're coming for you, Billy the Exterminator. We're coming for you.
And everybody relax. I do have proper trigger control
He does
going
have
on.
trigger discipline.
We're coming for your job, Brett. Hire us as apprentices. We'll just come around with the bug assault gun.
Speaking of Brett, so he's gonna start it up tomorrow,
Oh,
allegedly.
allegedly. So that means he's okay. Then he has the
He's,
transmission back from
he's
the gym.
waiting on a torque converter, but he's putting the motor and transmission in, which is almost done, and then he's gonna start it to make sure the engine's good.
Yeah,
and
he's
put torque converter in.
yeah,
so-
he's a little nervous about this one, but I mean,
I reassured him heavily tonight because, like,
well, I mean, I can understand why he's nervous about this.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
I
it's,
do-
I
I
mean,
do too,
he's
He's
not.
spending a lot of money.
I mean,
no, but
he's
it's the
spent some
first-
cash on it. He's put a lot of time
it's
into
the
it.
first engine he's ever built.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got a lot. I mean,
No,
And his car's been down, and his car's-
helping him.
he has, but I mean, his car's been down for so long, and this is the deepest he's gone into a project like
yeah,
this.
well, that's why
And
I heavily
So
reassured him.
I can, I mean, like, you can understand why he's a bit nervous about firing this thing up.
Your beer's outside.
You know,
See,
I run into him all the time because I live right by him.
Yeah.
And before I came here, I had saw him and I reassured him because I was like, I get it because the first engine I built was an engine for me,
Yeah,
and I told him I was like meticulously worrying about
the moth has
everything
disappeared.
and panicking. Like I was like, I get it. I said, I know you're a meticulous dude. You're smart. And I was like, I know you did your research on everything. And we were talking about ring gap.
Gotta go get some darts. Oh, ring gap, yeah. Well, and he's nitrous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, he set the ring gap exactly
Okay,
the way
yeah.
that the piston and ring manufacturer told him to set it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he said it's up to a 400 shot, and I said, and he said, I'm not doing a 400 shot. Calm
Yeah.
down. I'm like, no, don't. He's
I
like,
mean, that engine's going to be, I mean, just even with no nitrous on it, that engine's going to be pretty rowdy.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be.
Well, his old engine was pretty rowdy even without
Yeah,
the nitro.
that
Well,
was
I'm
just
hoping-
the stock engine with
Yeah.
a cam and heads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him up tomorrow, and I'm gonna see if he's gonna be starting it up, and if so, I'm probably gonna go over to his house because I've been waiting for so long.
Yeah, I didn't know he was
So-
going to start it up tomorrow because apparently we're doing brakes on a Nissan tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently I got roped into that.
I did like I only know how to do drum brakes. I did chuckle when he said that. I was like, that's funny.
How's the car been, by the way?
Good. I haven't driven it this week because it was I was going to take it to work one of the days, but then also there was rain and all that, and I was just like, I didn't want to have to deal with it. and
Yeah.
that. But I mean, fucking 300 and something miles I've done on it. Driven back
Sweet.
and forth to cruisers and
Cars
all
and
that.
coffee Sunday.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah, Cars
Chris,
and
I
Coffee
didn't
Sunday.
tell you, my car's running like poo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I just the turbo and the intake manifold doing its shit, and my intake manifold should be in this week, so probably I'm going to the zoo next weekend, so probably weekend after I'm gonna finally do everything. But like, I can hit like 6 pounds of boost, and car just freaks out.
Oh, really?
Freaks out, and yeah, it's a lot of smoke. It's the coolant seals are also gone now in the turbo.
So
Oh.
it's just
Yeah, so I'm having to add a lot of coolant to it too, and it's like
Well,
just
coolant's good for the intake manifold, though, right?
great.
I just love how serious your face looked when you asked that question.
Absolutely. It's
So-
great to be running coolant through your combustion chamber.
Oh, fantastic!
Lower cylinder temperatures.
Exactly.
It helps with it helps with
Stops
knock and
with pre-ignition,
knock
stops
and
with
all.
knock.
Yeah.
So I've been like trying to.
I can't think of a single.
I'm betting those
go-
cylinders are nice and clean, though.
I was gonna say I can't think of a single thing that could go
like,
wrong.
As soon like if I try to enter into quarter throttle, I start registering knock, and it starts smoking, and I just let off. I'm like,
Yeah, that's the oil.
yeah,
Because
so,
oil is technically just really low octane gas.
yeah. So I'm gonna take my intercooler off too, and like rinse all the piping out and all that shit, I guess, and just get everything clean, and then new turbo, new intake manifold, and then hopefully we can not smoke anymore and hit boost and not die.
Hopefully.
And we thought you were prepping so you could run for a seat on the mosquito board.
Oh, this thing's over the past like month, the car has declined massively. I haven't seen over 15 pounds of boost in over a month.
Oh,
Like the car stutters because the intake manifold, the VCM motor is stuck shut, so they just go and like the car goes, oh no air. Yeah, so
It's time to fix your car, bud.
my intake manifold, like I said, should be done this week. So
Two Legs
and
sent me a
turbo's sitting at the
Two
house.
Legs sent me a picture.
Yeah.
There's an imposter out there.
Oh wow, that's like way better than mine because
Let me see.
His is also damaged. Shit, that beats mine to the 15th because mine got hit.
The second part is what really sends it off.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I buy another black fender.
Identifies as a straight white panel.
yeah.
Damn.
Well, to be fair, I did do yours when it was not damaged.
Somebody had told me, like just a random person, said I should cross that out and put I identify as fixed underneath it.
Sorry, I was fighting with a plastic wrapper. They're trying to get two of them out and carry everything out.
What are those?
These are Christmas beers.
The random beer I found at ABC that I was like, alright, bet.
Ooh,
Before,
birthing it.
before
Okay.
Jason showed up with Dewclaw.
Yep.
What are they?
Johnny Cuba.
Premium German.
You said Johnny Cuba
From
Wait,
Germany.
Hold on, you said. Wait, what?
No, that's the best part. So this is a beer with European roots and a Caribbean soul.
There's a rooster on it. Stay tranquilo.
So is this like free
Tranquil.
hat? Is this like free
Yeah, it's
hat where
tranquil.
we need to cool their fiery heart with a
What
breezy
is-
island song?
What's happening with
It's
this
produced
beer?
and brewed in Germany, though.
Are we about to have some weird fusion shit here?
Yes, this is some European fusion beer.
It's like a jerk pretzel.
I'm so interested.
Actually, you know what? I'd be down for a jerk pretzel.
Not for nothing. Yeah.
Like that
Okay,
actually
but
sounds-
here's the thing though. Do you want the seasoning on the pretzel or do you want the seasoning in the beer cheese sauce?
Oh,
Yes.
Beer cheese sauce.
I like his answer better. Yes.
Alright, does that smell?
Oh, is there a read-in or anything with this?
No, it just says
It smells
a
like a
beer
lager.
with European roots and a Caribbean soul.
And it smells like lager.
5% alcohol.
Ingredients: water, barley, malt, and hops. Okay.
Una gran cerveza Armenia.
It's literally
Please drink responsible and in
that's
moderation.
an ingredient.
Don't tell me how
Well,
to live my life.
gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers to it.
By the way, we're Pints and Pistons, the only beer reviewing, automotive talking, car podcast show review spectrum.
That doesn't have topics usually, but we just wing it.
Yeah, we basically talk shit about cars and try new beers.
Whoa,
It's icy.
there's so much happening. How is there that much happening with no smell?
That's
Well,
got a lot of flavor in
It does.
It
And
does.
I
What's going
I have
on?
to say, does y'all have a tiny bit of ice floating on the top too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you're welcome. My beer fridge is officially beer fridge qualified. Perfect temperature.
You need to put a thermometer and see exactly where that thing is.
I don't know, but it's perfect. It is perfect. Perfect.
Dude, what
Perfect.
is-
Dan, if I'd have known that, I'd have put mine out
Chris,
there
you and
instead
me
of
are
in
in the
there.
same boat. What is happening?
Well,
For being
there's that
so clear,
there's that
There's
Caribbean
so
jerk.
much there.
there's a that's got a powerful flavor
There's
to it.
actually
Yeah, that's-
actually spices with it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what spices,
Yeah,
but there
go-
is.
go.
It's it's
I'm
on the
almost,
back of your tongue.
I'm
back of
almost like little coriander and banana going on or
It's like
something.
some fucking Old Bay.
No, that's like
You're
it
not
almost
wrong.
tastes like that. Yeah,
You're not really wrong.
Like it almost has an Old Bay seasoning to it.
I love this.
This would go.
It's not bad though. It's actually
No,
good.
this would go.
This would have been
with-
perfect with the catfish nuggets and fries
yeah.
I had at Papa Willie's for
Yeah.
lunch today.
Yeah, no, like
Fried catfish and
or any
chips.
any seafood.
Yeah.
any seafood at that point,
Specifically though, some panko breaded fried catfish. Yeah.
or even shrimp. I'm not even
like,
a big shrimp
the
person.
thing
is,
This
style.
was- yeah,
Yeah.
It's its own flavor. I can't figure it out.
no,
Oh no, the Cajun fish bites that they used to have up at the
It's so
place
good.
at the place in Inglis.
That is impressively good though.
For
For a random there's
I
a
wanna
beer
make-
we've never
I
had
want to make
before.
seafood now. I just bought a new grill.
It
dude.
makes me want seafood. It
I
does.
just bought a new grill.
Like that
Like,
needs
no,
fish
it
and
is.
chips.
it is.
I want to.
That's damn good.
Chris, good job.
Oh, and we just
Johnny Cuba from Germany.
we
Good
Random
job.
fucking beer I saw. I'm
we
like,
just
alright,
drank
cool.
it before the Best Buy date too.
Oh, good.
All right, I'm gonna update a beer list now.
Well, on this really good beer, I Clarkson today, guys.
He mended something.
With a
I-
hammer?
Yes.
Well, with the end of the business end of a screwdriver.
You said the business end.
after
the hammer end.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, the end of the screwdriver that you used to hit things with.
Well, it's
You put
because
the
I
wrench on.
well, it's because I couldn't get my other my ratcheting hammer inside there, so I had to use my hand turning hammer. So y'all know the radio in Sabrina's car has been kaput for more than a year, almost a year and a half, 2 years at this point. And
The radio life's great. I did it for
yeah,
2 years.
So it's a common thing that happens on the S187 Mustangs. It's almost like the red ring of death for the car. It's the flashing clock of death. All of a sudden
The
you'll
blue
have
screen of death.
yeah you'll have a
frightening.
pop through the speakers, and then next thing you know it's just flashing clock. You can't adjust the clock. Nothing works. None of the buttons. Anything like that. So for a while we've been going on about getting an aftermarket one, and getting an aftermarket one for her car isn't just getting a new head unit and that it's about $1,000 because you got to get not only the doubled in head unit, but then you got to get a totally different
I was gonna say,
faceplate
doesn't
for
her
it.
car also have the amp and shit?
Well, it's not even that. It's the faceplate where all like the buttons and all that are,
And
is
all the
where
HVAC
all the
controls and
HVAC
all that
controls,
shit.
everything like that is. So you have to get just the install kit without even the radio. You're between $400 to $600
That's good.
for the and they don't even work right to begin with. So we've been up on the fence about whether we're doing that or not. Also, it's been we haven't bought a used replacement yet because it's hit or miss of what you find out on the internet. Some people are saying that they're all plug and play, boom, there you go. But then it's also some of them are like, you might get it, it might not work, and you have to go to the dealership to have them reprogram it for you, which is like another $300, $400.
That's a big thing with GM head units. Codes don't match up. It's an anti-theft thing.
Yeah. So, but
I mean, they're not as bad as they used to. I mean, hell, there was what was it, the Cavalier? If you pulled the stereo out, your headlights quit working.
Yeah. So, but it was a whole thing with that. So, like, our friend Robbie, he actually did the upgraded stereo like we were looking at. So, like, we've been going back and forth looking at his stuff and all that. He actually today had to go to Daytona because his AC controller went out on it and it was blowing full blast hot air and you couldn't do anything with it. But so he's like, hey, I have the stock radio sitting here. I'm like, can I just borrow it just so I can plug it in? I don't even care if it doesn't sound right because his wasn't a shaker car and all that. But I'm like, as long as it plugs in and it works, then I know I can.
About,
Then
right?
yeah, because then I know, hey, I can go and buy a used one and I know it's gonna work. I'm in there this morning because I picked it up yesterday from him. So I'm in there this morning. Got the whole center because you got to pull the center console out, and then you got to pull the faceplate off, and it's the 4 7mm bolts that you got to pull out, but you can't pull the actual unit out. You have to disconnect the wires first before you pull it out because there's no travel room on them.
Right.
So I'm back there and fucking like there's sharp metal back there. I'm slicing up my hand and I'm just getting fucking pissed and all that. I got all the connectors off except the actual antenna. For some reason, there's like a little ring around it. I can't figure out if it's like, do you gotta push it in and then it pops out? Do you pull it and then it pops out? Do you just pull the entire thing? And I'm like, I'm gonna end up breaking it. Like, let me Google it, see if there's a proper way to pull it out and all that. So I'm watching this video and the guy's like, yeah, no, I got the flashing thing and all that. And he's like, yeah, so here I go. I'm pulling the center console out thing. He's like, so yeah, I'm fixing the radio. He takes his screwdriver and goes underneath the head unit of it. Whap, whap, whap. All of a sudden, the radio kicks on and all that. He's like, yep, okay, so that's all you gotta do. And I'm like, no.
Are you kidding me?
I'm like, no. I'm like, no. And I'm watching it again. I'm like,
This thing hasn't worked in over a year.
I'm like, there's no. And I'm reading the comments, and there's like a guy in there is like, dude, 3 years I haven't had a radio, and basically going back and forth, just like how I am. Didn't want to spend $1,000 on something that might not work because of the AC controls and all that, or versus getting a used stock one. Which, if you get a used stock one, most of the places you get from.
It might work, it might not.
But also, there's no refunds.
Yeah.
So, because it's an electrical item, so it's either way, it's kind of which foot do you want to shoot yourself in.
Some of us have more options than others.
But, so, and I was like, no way. So, I'm already mad because my hands are now bleeding and all that. So, I take the end of the screwdriver and I just go, tunk, 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 fourth hit, switched over to AM. And I'm like, no fucking way. No way. Hit the FM button, just starts playing music. I'm like, there's no way. Like, no
Over
way.
a year.
Turned it off. I'm like, okay. Turn the car back on. Kick on. I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. Yep, no, radio's working now.
All it reminds me of is
So he grabbed an implement and he whacked it and it worked.
I mended it.
I mended something.
And literally, this is what I used, except the one that was in the garage. Had the 7mm part in there, and literally just the bottom of this just dunk, dunk. I mended it with a hammer.
No, what it's really giving me vibes from is when I had my Xbox 360 Elite that red ringed.
You wrapped it in a
I
towel?
hot toweled it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was the fix for the red ring of death, at least like a temporary fix.
Because it basically
You literally
overheated
take
itself,
the
but it
the
melted.
console, you wrap it up in a bath towel, you plug it in and you turn it on, you leave it for a couple of hours.
It overheats
It would
itself.
literally force overheat itself, remelt the solder on the pins of the CPU back to the board,
and then it worked.
and then you can let it sit and cool, and it would work again.
Funny thing about that.
How many times did we do that? I think I did that on like 8 of them.
You know the one I found that wasn't right, that I just like quickly looked at online at what internet was available at the time. You turn it upside down and put it in your freezer.
Yep, that was another one. That was like seriously.
Alright, then.
That was another one.
It would contract something
Yep.
and make it make
Yep.
contact.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was. The solder would lift and you
my
weren't able
mom's
to.
like, "What are you doing?"
like this.
Like,
I'm putting my game console in the freezer, Ma. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I had to do that after my 3rd warranty out, because then I finally called Xbox support and they're like, yeah, we've done 3 of these for you. Your warranty's done. And I'm like, what do I do? And literally the guy on the phone's like, did you wrap it in a towel? And I'm like, I will. He's like, click. I'm like, thank you. Thank you, Xbox support.
But that's Ford for you, man. I mean, it's not the first time I've seen percussive maintenance work on a Ford.
Also, apparently, when they're even worse, you can take that out, put it in the oven at the lowest setting it would go. Most ovens are like 150, and you leave the door slightly cracked, and you leave it in there for an hour to 2 hours, and then you let it cool. It's kind of like the same thing. Like, it's that.
My old BMW, every once in a while I would start it up, and half of my dash lights wouldn't be working. And I'd have friends in the car with me. I'd start the car up, and I'm like, oh, my dash lights aren't working. Wham! There we go.
Well, it's like the headlight in a truck. Oh, man, is the light not working again? Yeah, hold on, get out. Tunk. There you go.
The filament was broke, and you whack it, and it would smack the filament back in, and it would weld itself.
Yep.
I had my taillights like getting condensation in them, like on one of my cars a long time ago. Anyway, back when Tampa Bay Racing Forum, that website was up, I had saw this read up. This guy was like, yeah. He's like, you stick your taillights in the oven, you bake them for a while, and then you redo the glue. And I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to do that. My right taillight on my car had just condensation everywhere. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to...
the glue heats up.
Yeah, I'm going to reseal it myself.
Yeah, it's a butyl sealant.
So at the time, I lived with a couple people, and I just took it upon myself to do it. And I guess somebody thought, like, something was, baking, obviously, because I was doing it. But they proceeded to open the oven and grab the tray and then, oh, what the hell, and then shoved it back. And when they did that, my taillight went like that and fell on its lens face.
Oops.
My taillight curved at one point in its life.
It did not after that.
It went like this.
You're done.
And I put it on my car, and I tried to use, at the time, my girlfriend's hairdryer to heat it up to make it go back flat. So my taillight went like curve and then waves at the very end. Yeah. But it didn't have moisture in it anymore. So I succeeded on the reseal part.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yeah.
The least.
So I was pretty excited about that today. Of I made things work.
He's like, I just fixed Sabrina's radio with a hammer.
Hey, hopefully
it's like you've mended something.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a couple more weeks we'll have big turbo on Mazda Speed 3, boys. Woohoo! I'll have to get everyone together for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, I'll lead you out on the Dale tractor.
You were gonna bring it to my house?
I'll fucking Dale tractor it out.
You gotta drive it though.
I'll be in full race gear. Like I was telling because
do
I
it
was like,
full stig.
and I'm like, I need a full race suit now. Like,
you need a stig suit.
I need to cut the lawn in there.
The black stig suit.
Yeah.
As long as nothing's happening 2 weekends from now, Saturday and Sunday I'm dedicating. I need to get that done. So if y'all want to come do things, I'm gonna have my car in the garage so there'd be space and turbo.
I might be available for that.
Larger turbo. Running. All that.
Stew.
Also, stew.
We're going to 26 psi. We're going to 26 pounds of boost.
I did a restoration in a can.
Rust-Oleum Resto.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, dude, did you see that new frame that they put on that mower?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks
actually looks really
good. It looks pretty rad though.
So I took inspiration off of one of our friends, Ryan's Garage, on YouTube and on TikTok and that. Mine's less cool than
yours is the Kmart version of his.
Yeah, because he's got a turbo on his that shoots flames, and he's also got the 18.5 horsepower Kohler on there. I only got the 17 Briggs & Stratton.
Is Kmart worse than Wish?
No, I'd rather have
Wish
Kmart.
didn't exist back in the day.
At least Kmart has layaway.
Had.
Yeah. But yeah, so my 28-year-old lawnmower that still has the serial number by Sears and Roebuck on there. That's how old it is.
It also it makes me feel bad for having an EV mower because my mower is.
No, this thing I got for free the day after we moved into this house. I've put maybe a total of $60 into parts on it, and that was 2 sets of blades and a new belt on it.
Yeah.
That's it. And a $10 Chinese carburetor.
Yeah.
That's it. Otherwise, that just literally gas I put into it. That thing was a horrible shade of Craftsman green. And
with lots of rust.
Lots of rust everywhere. So
it was turning itself into forest camo.
I remember.
So Sabrina was like, I'm like, I want to do something with this. I want to paint it up. She's like, as long as it looks better than what it does now. And I'm like, you know what? I can make that happen. So
black silver with red trim will do that.
Well, I'm like,
hey,
Joe. So I was like, you know what? Like screw it. Like I'm gonna like, can I do like a paint scheme on it? She's like, I don't care. Just make it look better than what it does now. I'm like, all right. So
Intimidator time.
Literally the other day, like I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
I believe my showing up is casual, indeed, as we are.
Yeah.
Casual is the word.
Correct.
I ended up pulling up because I needed to wash it anyway. It was just filthy from sitting in the shed all winter. So I washed it.
And all of the pollen.
Oh, yeah.
The oak trees are
So I
muddy
was like,
shotting
you
over
know what?
everything still.
I'm like, I'm gonna start this. I cleaned it up, fucking degreasered a whole bunch of shit. It was like, pop the hood up. And I'm like, I have some sandpaper in the garage. Gonna fucking start scuffing. So he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing this. She's like, what? And I'm like, I already scuffed up the hood. I have to now. I have to now.
I've already started. I can't stop.
I had half a turbo
Can't
can.
stop, won't stop.
Yeah, I had half a turbo can of black spray paint. So I was like, did the hood with that. Then I was like, well, shit, I was out of that. But I ended up having 3 other cans of the Ace one, which is actually rust prohibitor too. So I was like, you know what? Like, let's go. Did the body too. And then today, when we were at Walmart, I got the silver and the red, and I masked it off, and got a little bit of bleed through on some spots, but we're going to get some small brushes. I'm just going to take like a cup, and Sabrina's like, we'll get some silver and red paint. I'm like, no. I'm like, I got the paint. It's in a can. Just spray it into a cup, dip the brush into it. You do that.
Bingo.
I'm like, it's a lawnmower.
It ain't gotta be perfect.
It don't need to look perfect, but man, I don't want to do the 3 in paint, because I ain't ever gonna get that fucking perfect. So we're trying to figure out where we can get a decent size 2 number 3 vinyl stickers. So if any, apparently she looked at Amazon, she couldn't figure something out. So basically, I would say probably like the size of a sheet of paper, because it doesn't need to be big. It's going on the side of the lawnmower hood and that. So probably 12 by 12 or something like that.
Probably 10 by 12.
Yeah, or a sheet of paper size. If anybody knows of anybody that can make a vinyl sticker of a number 3 for 2 of them, like Dale Earnhardt style, let me know, because I need to put it on my mower.
Yeah, both of them leaning in the proper direction.
Yep. I need to do it, and I ain't cutting my grass till that's on there. So because. But it does look a hell of a lot better. I sent the pictures to my stepdad, because thing was, that was actually my step grandma's lawnmower and that, and he bought it for her in 1996.
So it's like a one owner.
Oh yeah. No, I got it. I got it from them.
Rebuilt
and,
title or not?
No
branded
keys.
title.
No
No
branded
branded
original
title.
keys, and the little square on the end of the keys still has the actual serial number for the thing.
That is pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah. So,
That is pretty
but I sent him a thing. I'm like, yeah, no, I've been working on the mower. He's like, that looks so good. He's like, are you putting the number 3 on there? I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out stickers for it. He's like, that looks so much better. He's like, just keep it going. It'll run forever.
You need to go full stencil.
He's
You're
hunting
like,
for him
Well,
right now.
no, I was talking about that, but
Spray it.
I don't want to. No, I don't want to spray it with that, because I just see that being really hard trying to keep the lines, because it bled through the, and I even doubled
Dude,
up.
I've
on
been
the
wanting to
masking
buy
tape.
one of them cricket things so bad, too.
Yeah. Well, if you do, we can actually make our own stickers. Because as of right now, we don't have stickers because of that.
I know, I've been wanting to buy one. So
If you do, let me know. I'll
Yeah, I'm
chip
pretty
in.
sure I got the last sticker that we had. It's on my toolbox.
Yeah, seriously, let me know, because I'll trip in for it. Because I don't have a computer to run anything like that. My computer barely even starts up. So.
car spots, by chance?
Oh,
Anyone? I got a Toyota Aristo.
Interesting.
see, we saw something, and
I haven't
like,
seen
both of us
anything.
even
Haven't seen other than just going to like the car meets and stuff like that.
No,
But
I
as
saw-
far as just like stuff out in the wild, haven't seen anything
I
too
saw an
interesting.
automatic Toyota Aristo, driven by a woman, probably 40s, maybe? She was older, but like it was a white Aristo, and it was definitely automatic. She was next to me, and it was... Oh, also, I saw an EV motorcycle.
Really?
Yeah! So,
Was it one of the Harley ones?
The live wire.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that
so like,
Harley, or is it Buell that is under?
I think
it's under
it's
Harley.
Harley.
I'm pretty sure it is. It was like a little in front of me, and it was with a chopper.
Saw
And-
Ford Raptor Roush.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
shoot! But like, I saw it and I heard the chopper, and then I'm looking at the like bike, and I'm like trying to squint, and I'm like, why don't I hear that bike? I'm like, it's got no muffler on it. It's got to be loud as hell.
Loud pipe save lives.
Finally got next to it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's an EV bike.
You want black or red
For what?
for your number 3?
No, he wants the Dale Earnhardt number 3.
Yeah. You want black or red?
Well, I want it.
It's gotta be white with the.
There's
Yeah.
the black. There's the red.
Gotta be.
Gotta
be white with the
white with the red outline.
The white with the red outline is
back
the
up,
correct one.
back up,
Down.
up.
Up. That one.
That one?
Yeah.
Well, no, we need it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
white
what,
with the.
that's what he's got. He's got a white with a red outline.
Oh yeah.
Let me
yeah,
see if I can find a good
I haven't
one.
looked at what the Harley ones look like, but it looked like a sport bike, almost like a CBR or an R1 or something like that. And it was flat gray, and it had a big battery pack on it. And I was like, oh, it's a fucking EV bike. No wonder. But I didn't see a brand or anything on it. But
Gotcha.
it was like looked like a full size
Excuse me.
sport bike and everything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harley has the EV.
Yeah, that's the
Live wire
Livewire,
is the Harley
yeah.
one.
If the Harleys are like a sport bike looking thing,
Yeah,
it's
it
probably,
is. It is.
Yeah,
It's-
and
it almost looks like a Buell, like kind of like. How
That's what it
Buells
looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other dude was on a Harley too, like on a chopper. So maybe that's what it was. It was just, it was funny though because like I was behind it for a little while and I'm like, why don't I hear? And I see there's no exhaust pipe. Like what's going on?
That just reminded me. Yesterday, as I'm out here doing some of my coats of paint and
you
that,
saw something.
Yes.
What'd you see?
it was a
Oh.
3rd gen Celica base model, black, no spoiler, hubcaps, 5-speed,
Nice.
non-tinted windows.
What?
Yeah. Like the last body style of
Yeah,
Celica,
yeah.
because that's 3rd, right?
3rd generation was the same as the Mark II Supra.
So that's 4i.
Pop-up.
No,
Pop-up
it's
lights.
pop-up.
It's pop-ups.
That's
The
the-
fourth
okay.
is the 4i, and then 5th is the
Yeah, the angled.
yes.
Okay, so yeah, so sorry, I was counting wrong. But
Well,
yeah,
No,
was what-
no.
like one of
4th gen is the front-wheel drive.
The 4i.
the front-wheel drive.
That is
yeah.
front-wheel
Well,
drive.
anyway, the last one, like the angled one and all that.
Oh,
the
okay.
Fast
No,
and
not the
Furious.
80s one.
Yeah,
the
no,
the
no.
90s
Yeah,
one.
it's the late 2000s.
The 90s.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
the
I
late
got
Where
it.
they had the
early
little hood
2000s.
scoop and shit.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
no, the late 2000s. No,
The
late
really
90s.
angular looking ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
my
that's-
friend- Luke has one. That Celica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saw
like the
Plymouth
all
Gold
angles.
Duster too. Funny enough, it was blue. Yeah, makes sense.
But you saw like a base one like this, right?
Yeah.
But-
complete base.
No spoiler?
No spoiler.
In the manual?
No sunroof.
That's actually really rare.
Hubcaps. Non-tinted windows, full cloth, like you could tell, full cloth interior. All of a
That's-
sudden, I was looking
that's
because I
actually
heard
really
something
rare.
else go by, and all of a sudden I was like, "That's a fucking base model Celica,"
That's cool.
and it not smoking. From here, the body and paint looked
No, those-
really
those-
good.
those
It also
motors are
still
actually
had the
fantastic.
factory hubcaps on it.
That's actually really cool.
Well, there was the 2nd gen Lightning that went by earlier with
Oh,
the,
yeah,
with
well,
the
he
faded
lived-
up paint.
yeah,
we
he lives down
usually
there.
be at Publix up
And
here all the time.
that first gen I saw in Denellen, oh my god, thing was super
Yeah.
clean. First gen Ford Lightning, red, super clean. I really want to make my truck into a Lightning clone.
I saw a Ram SRT10 that was my friend.
Yeah?
My brethren. It was red and so faded and so bad the clear coat was peeling. I felt
Syndicab or
A kinship
black
with
cab?
it.
No, it was a Ram SRT10 single cab, and I
Did
was
it have a checkered flag in the rear window? Like, was it the rear window tinted checkered flag?
I didn't see that. it was red paint and it was faded as
Yeah.
Nikes on the front, like the whole hood, the roof, and everything. And I was like, oh, made me feel better. I really want one.
You felt a kinship with him.
I did.
Hmm.
Well, and that's the thing is like in a couple of years I'm going to be getting something. I just don't know what yet. But I've decided like
Oh, trust me, I got a bonus check yesterday, and it was one of those I instantly hit Marketplace. I'm like, what can I buy for $1,000?
oh no
What can I buy?
no
That's
like
But
running,
tell-
driving.
But
No,
tell them what
no.
you decided to do.
I spent extra money at Walmart today because I didn't have to buy her a radio. So,
Yes.
like, she's saying, because I'm like, yeah, no, just put. She's like, but, and I'm like, I didn't have to buy her a radio. And she's like, car math. I don't have to spend money on this, so I'm gonna spend it here. And I'm like,
Yes.
exactly, it's car math. It's car
Yes.
math. But no. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually putting a majority of it to her car. So it was gonna be a factory replacement radio, but don't have to do that now. Even if the thing does stop working,
You
I
can
hit
mend it again.
I'm just gonna hit that thing until it doesn't work. I got it. So I was gonna do that, but one of the main things that I'm gonna buy is I'm gonna buy her a new tuner and tune for her car, because currently we're running with a SCT SX3, which is the old. It's basically just like an OB2 scanner. Like it's black and white, one bar across the top. Like that's it of what you can do. And also, the tune that's actually on her car isn't for her car.
It's from a 2013 that a friend of ours had.
So, it's a miracle that it actually works with
However,
her car,
because the car that the tune was for had the select shift button on the shifter.
and not the 321.
And not the actual Prindle,
Even though
so...
it's the same transmission and all that, different shift. It's electronic shifter, different with that. That's why if you put it past drive and you go to 3, 2, or 1, it throws the angry wrench. And also our cruise control doesn't work. Hasn't. But we needed it because we went from cats to no cats.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
In Mexico.
So, the one I'm looking at
Hey,
is...
Mike.
Hey, Mike!
Hey, Mike.
What I'm looking at is actually one that Robbie has, so that's why I went over there and was also figuring out his. It's pretty much like their SCT's version of like an access port. It's small, just that size. You're able to put like 200 different like readouts on there and all that, just like access ports. And I'm gonna get get her tuned
Power
from
stroke.
Bama, actually for her car, and they still do the other things, so that's why I'm gonna go with them. But $400, and that's it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it that way.
Hey, better than what I've spent on my like 50 to 60 wheel horsepower game.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
I haven't even put in my car yet.
But
so.
I mean, it's one of those just to the fact of like I'd
This'll
actually be
this'll
able to
just
do a
get
burnout with their car because I never could because I have to leave it in drive. So it's like first, second, six, first, second, six, first, second, six. Like
Yeah.
no, no, like I want that. And also, we haven't been able to use cruise control in 7 years. I don't use it. She likes it.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. But yeah, so gonna do that, and then also looking at a couple other things for her car. But I want to throw most. I was gonna buy a DA from Harbor Freight, so that way I can polish out her car. Since now I got that damn bra off of it finally. That spot's super shiny.
Yeah.
Super shiny and wonderful.
And the rest of the car is like, not so much.
Not so
Yeah.
much.
So it went from really shitty looking up front
To better looking up front.
Yeah. And the rest of the car now looks like shit. But now we have tires now, so like we're good. This car, we're finally getting back into the thing, and then also I'm gonna get her rear window tint finally fixed because I mean normal S197 stuff, it bubbles.
Yep.
It's all fucky. You can't see out the back
Yeah,
window.
mine's getting blurry. Mine hasn't bubbled yet.
Yeah.
But I had mine done in 2010.
Yeah.
Like, my tint's been on the car for 14 years
Yeah.
now, so...
I had one night I was going to.
Also, I'm gonna grab the other beer, guys.
Sounds
You
good.
good with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to one of Nate's baseball games. Knew I heard. Yeah, Ford. Last season I was going to one of his baseball games, and his like bag has his baseball bats go up out of the sides, and it went up, and I have a big peel out of my tint on my back window. I gotta get my back window redone. It's annoying me.
Yeah, and I think I need to put a brake booster in my car.
Yeah.
Like, you shut the car up at night, go out the next day, you can get a one, and then it's no boot, no vacuum. Now when I go out, like I can shut the car for 5 minutes, hard pedal, and then now when you crank the car up, if I push the brake really fast, you can hear. So I think my booster is going out. However, I can get the GT500 booster, which apparently now is the only OEM replacement you can get. I can get one from LMR for like $170.
Y'all's
Yeah.
cars, it uses a standard booster? Is it
Yep.
like the last Mustang with a hydro booster?
No.
Standard boost.
Brake
Oh, that's
God.
nice.
No hydro boost.
That's nice.
Yeah, they had to put Hydro Boost in the other cars because the SN95s were basically a fancied up Fox body.
Correct.
And when you put the 4 or 2 cam engine in
Shit
there,
don't
the
fit.
mod motors are so wide,
Yep.
there was no room for a brake booster,
That's
so
why
they
they
did
did Hydro Boost.
Hydro Boost.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sorry.
What are they talking? Are they killing lambs inside? What's
No,
happening?
Was she breaking into
Is
an
everything
Andrew?
okay?
Was she going into an Andrew Dice Clay routine?
No. So, while we were at Walmart today, we were going through the Easter section, and they had a lamb with horns that was all white and pretty. So I picked that up, and we also then went to the fabric section and got black dye, and we're gonna make our own Baphomet out of an Easter plushie.
Are we just on a weird beer night? Is that what tonight is?
Does this have a read-in on the can or no?
Well, I just saw coffee, but then I poured it, and it's this
Brewdog,
color.
this is the one that Chris, that Iron Maiden beer that you got me.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is it this color?
Remember that Iron Maiden beer that you got me?
The Hellcat beer.
The Hellcat.
Oh,
right
yeah.
when you-
Same brewery.
Yeah, it's Brewdog.
What is?
I was gonna say, I'm like, I know that company from somewhere.
Chris, you good?
Been
with your
collecting
cold
parts for
beer?
the
Right?
been collecting parts
Okay.
for the gas. I got a couple more weeks before I can actually get back to it.
Yeah, he was saying he's back to work, a weight limit, right, Mike? Of lifting, I think he said like 20 pounds for like a couple weeks and that.
So
But he's
what
doing good. He's on the mend. I mended him with a hammer too.
There we go. So this is Brewdog, and this is the Mugshot Coffee Cream Ale, 5.2%, and there's no. It just says commit the crime and face the grind.
So just
like, when-
just
when-
smelling it, just
I
smelling it.
smell the coffee.
But
I do-
you know
you
what
do,
this
but when you-
reminds? No, you know what this reminds me of? The smell and everything, the color. It reminds me of Morning Glow.
Yes. Swamphead's more.
Swamp
Yeah.
Head's Morning Glow.
Yeah, but like this is just it's
No, this is exactly.
But that's a honey cream ale. This is a coffee cream ale.
Yeah,
thought
and
that one-
I smell the
No.
coffee.
Morning,
and when you
morning
think
Glow and
coffee,
Evening Glow are both
it
coffee.
shouldn't be
Yeah.
this color.
Yeah, they're hot coffee honey cream ales.
Yeah, it can't lift over 20
Like I
pounds.
said, it's just a weird beer night. This is just a weird beer night, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
for
because
this.
we've done the float of Morning and Evening Glow on top
Cheers,
of each other.
gentlemen.
God, it smells good.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
Chris, you got a little smoosh.
Oh.
that's okay.
Never mind.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
hey.
Why does it taste like that? It look like that. It's not
What's
coming
going
up
on
in my
here?
brain.
Hey,
Who are
oh,
you?
Hip hop parade. Hey.
I'm pretty sure this was the same reaction we had to Morning Glow.
Who are you?
Oh,
Show me some ID.
what the fuck?
This is not a stop.
Let me see some ID.
This is not a stop and ID state. So unless you can tell me a crime that I've committed, piss off.
Stop resisting. Oh.
Hey, no. How about the deputy
All right, so
with the acorn?
Oh,
all right,
God.
so listen. We have Nerf guns at work for certain reasons, and we found out we have a Nerf double-barrel shotgun. If you slide an acorn in front of the dart in the double barrel, it will shoot the acorn, and we now have an acorn launcher.
That is incredible.
So I mean, you know what story I'm talking about?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah. Oh, it's funny. My kid does. We drove
my
by.
God.
We passed a cop the other night.
Shots
and-
fired! Shots fired! Oh God!
Dude's like on the
I'm hit,
ground,
I'm
just on the ground,
got-
absolutely unloading on the poor guy in
Oh,
handcuffs in the back of his.
Also,
I got
girls
Nate.
like it.
I got Nate and his friend with me in the back seat, and Nate goes, "Oh, I got an acorn," and his friend starts laughing, and I'm just like, I just started laughing. I'm like, you guys know. They're like,
What did I miss?
about what? The acorn.
The cop with the acorn.
You never saw it?
Haven't seen this video.
What?
We will show you that video
After
later.
the show.
Oh, yeah.
After the show.
We're not even going to describe it
No.
now. We've seen it, obviously.
Drink that though.
No, yes, no,
Some
I
more,
did.
more,
I did.
dude.
Also,
No,
also, the girls
do
absolutely
this,
love it. They absolutely love it.
So we haven't really. We
Talked
had
about cars.
topics. Well, we
Okay,
did.
I saw
No,
something.
No,
I
we
saw-
didn't have topics until Chris hit the button and was like, "Hey, by the way, the intro scene's going on," and we're like, "Yeah, we
Oh,
said, hey, we should have topics," and that was a week ago. And,
Come on, it
Kia's
wasn't
got
a week
new
ago. It was
model.
Tuesday.
I guess we can do that.
Kia's got a new model.
You don't know?
they're
No,
getting rid of the
he has to
Forte.
go Googleize it.
The
Yeah, no.
K4.
Yeah, the K4 now. But you know what's more exciting?
The
You know, I actually liked the Korean musical cars more than this naming structure.
just call it the K Forte.
Saints. Well, that's
You had the
Well, that's the
Rio,
thing, but-
you had the Optima, you had the Forte, you had the Borrego,
but Chris, that's the
and
thing.
you had the
That's,
Sedona.
that's the American market, though. That's the thing. They're going to in the Korean market. The Optima's always been the K5000. The Forte's been the K4000.
Well, because they like their numbers better.
The Sedona's been the Carnival.
Yeah, I know.
Carnival!
The musical theme was actually it worked.
The Kia K4.
Honda did it better.
True.
Accord, Prelude
Speaking of Honda, the Kia K4
is not a Honda.
is a replacement of the Forte. So you're thinking,
K4.
Tay.
you know, compact-ish car, right?
Nope.
If you look at the rear quarter of a Kia K4, it is the exact same as a Honda Accord Cross Tour. And the new K4 GT, we're not the 1.6 turbo that made 200 horsepower. Nah, we're shaving 10 off that. You get
Cephia
190
forever.
horsepower.
Kia Sophia forever.
See,
So,
they're actually. Oh, sorry.
but you get a sport-tuned exhaust.
Oh.
Okay.
Just don't drive it in California.
Right.
Yeah. Well, on to the thing of what we were. It's Good Friday. Apparently, that's the thing. So it's not a great
yeah,
Friday. It's
that's
not a bad Friday. It's a Good Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So what about cars that aren't great? They aren't bad. They aren't the greatest thing ever. They aren't absolute piece of shit. But they're a car. They're a good car. They're good car.
You mean everything
I
that
have one.
Honda makes?
Well,
I have- no.
no, like what
No.
Joe said.
I have one.
Sophia.
80% of what Toyota
It's not a
makes?
bad car. It's
I've
not
got
a
it.
great
The
car.
Mazda Protege, Kia Sophia.
No, I've
literally,
got it. It's the Nissan Altima.
God damn
All
it.
right. On that note,
All right, guys, we did have
Hang on,
an
hold on.
auction
Hear
car
me
of
out.
that.
Hear me out.
I disagree.
Hear me out.
In one thing.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Yes. An Altima with a donut spare and a broke windshield and a missing headlight,
I got
or
one
no
of my-
license plate,
got
or a
one of my
Texas
dash
license
cam last
plate,
I did.
or bubble
Erratic
tint,
inside.
or different colored body panels is in fact the scariest absolute damn thing on the road.
Yeah, but the thing's still running.
And when you get three of them together at a stoplight, they all start doing weird things because big Ultima energy. It's like you just don't know what's going to happen.
But that damn QR25 is still going.
But no matter how rough these cars are,
No oil.
no matter how
No cool.
badly they're taken care
No
of,
tires.
No
and
power
no matter
steering
how
fluid.
hard they're driven and how they're beat on like they owed somebody money, they still run and they still drive.
That's just an ode to the QR25 and the VQ35,
And
which are both fantastic.
they get
Just
fantastic
saying.
fuel mileage for a car that size and of that age. They work. They're easy to fix. They're inexpensive to fix.
You can have 13 codes and still get 25 miles to the gallon.
You get in it.
If not more.
You push the button. It starts up. You put the CVT into the forward
He said push
selector
the button.
switch,
No,
and it just
you
works.
Do that with the key, and jiggle it a little.
And it's not an uncomfortable place to be. It just works. It does everything you expect a car to do.
See,
I agree with everything you're saying.
But
I'm
it's not a
just
Camry.
saying that there exists such a car
and it's a J
that
body.
out Ultima's
It's a
the
J
Ultima.
body. It's a J body.
It's a Panther platform.
Oh, yeah,
That's true.
Because a Panther platform will do all of the things you just said.
Except the gas mileage part.
Plus
It-
go
you
off road.
can, you can
Panthers are
literally have a Panther
Yeah,
platform.
that's the thing. They're good. They're not great. They're
They're
not
good.
the greatest
have
thing you've ever
a
been
Panther
in.
platform,
They're not
right?
bad.
And it will do anything you ask it to do. It will be a drift car. It will be a track car. It will be an off-road vehicle.
You can
it
throw
will
a
be
four
truck.
valve. You can throw a
It
four
will
valve
be
in there,
a
and
drag
it'll be
racer.
somewhat sporty.
It will be
It's
a
not good
grocery
sports.
getter. It will also be that car that if you are the type of person that doesn't understand how a car operates, you can just put magic juice in the hole in the back,
That's
and it
It'll
will
run.
go forever. But it does it just a little bit better than the Ultima.
except for the fuel mileage part.
Well,
The fuel mileage part is inconsequential because there are cars that get better gas mileage than an Ultima. Too.
That's true. But again, like I said, not bad. It's not great.
See,
it's
but
just
I also got to bring up like the J body, like the Cavalier, the Sunfire, all that. Those
The Cobalt.
like no, like
The
seriously,
Cobalt.
those they weren't bad cars. They weren't great. But
Some of them were bad.
I can outdo you there, because while the J body, the Cobalt and the Cavalier were as we're speaking, the Neon was better than that.
True. Well, but see, no, the Neon.
While the Neon was just Dodge taking a jump
also,
on the carpet.
No.
That was a reliable.
See, I would
fuel-efficient
add
car.
the Neon into leaning towards the great spot because of how well an SCCA racer that thing is, and like seriously.
The only reason it's a great SCCA racer is because of how simple it is.
Look at all your mini stocks. All your mini stocks now are nothing but neons. Nothing but neons.
I got the perfect mid.
Well, that's because those cars outlive their usefulness as good.
Correct.
But no, they are.
The only one that was good for an SCCA car was the ACR.
But the perfect mid, the Mazda 626.
No one cares about Mazda. Anyway.
No, see the Mazda 626
It wasn't amazing.
Give me Knuckles.
It was
Give me
good.
Knuckles.
SRT4.
Now,
Give me Knuckles.
SRT4 don't count. That's
Give me
a totally
Knuckles on
different car. The 626 can't be counted into this discussion because the 626 was too good.
It was over-engineered.
Like even the mid
the
mid '80s 626 is because
it was over-engineered.
when the
That was
626
way too good of a car to
Yeah.
be in this discussion.
like I said, because when the 626 came out, Japan was entering into the bubble area, so they were. That's
everything
when
was over-engineered. It was great. It lasted forever. I mean,
they had weird shit in those cars that even in the '80s, like the '80s 626s had just friggin' center vents that just swept back and forth on a fairly entry level kind of car.
swivel.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
way too good. Way too much technology,
But I mean-
way too much engineering.
A 2023 Navigator doesn't even do that.
Yes.
It'll tickle your butthole, but it won't swing the vents.
So yeah, so let's just take bubble era cars out of this discussion.
Because that's over-engineering a thing.
Well, yeah, that could be a good thing into what I was thinking about earlier. Then, all right, the Chevrolet Nova, not the Nova you think.
That was bad.
Yes.
That was
The
bad.
Toyota
that was
era
bad.
Nova.
That was.
That wasn't even a Chevrolet. That was
a
bubble
Corolla.
Era. That was
It was
a
a-
bubble era
yeah.
JDM car.
That was a Corolla.
But it was
Okay, SXT.
Well, and that's like the Geos and all that.
Yeah.
Like those cars.
None of the Geos were Chevrolets. They were all
But-
Isuzus
but-
and
yeah.
Subaru,
but they were just
Isuzus and Suzukis and Toyotas.
They were appliance cars. They
That
really
lasted
were.
longer than appliances.
But part of that was also they were kind of doing that because then Chevrolet was selling Cavaliers as Toyotas in Japan.
Which got really cool fucking body kits there. I gotta say, the TRD body kit for a Toyota Cavalier. Oh,
That's the one weird thing I've never been able to reconcile with pop culture. Geos were always just lauded as just terrible cars.
But they weren't.
But they weren't.
But they
They were
weren't.
Suzuki's and Toyotas
But-
And
and,
Isuzus.
and Isuzus.
But
They were
also,
Japanese
the
cars.
sa-
They
the
were
same
really
thing with
good
Sat-
Japanese
The same
cars.
thing with Saturn. Saturn in its whole is good car. Like
Correct.
that. Like that.
Saturns are some of the best engineered cars you could buy at the time.
Are,
They were.
are they shitty to drive? Yes. Are they bad cars? No. But they will go fucking forever, and their entire body's plastic. So if your bumper dents, you replace it. Your fender dents, you replace it.
What
I
did
can
say?
answer this.
What did I
So,
say?
question: better sounding four-cylinder, the Subaru WRX STI or Mitsubishi Evo? I'm saying Subaru. He's saying Subaru. I say the Evo.
Same.
I was
So
gonna say the Evo.
It's totally different though because you're going from a straight four to a Boxster 4, and you got equal length headers at it's the equal length
versus unequal length headers.
Yeah, so the equal length headers on the STI is what gives it, or is it the unequal?
Unequal length gives
yeah.
it.
No,
That gives it
unequal
headers.
gives it the rumble. Look.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's one of those. I mean,
Sorry, but the Evo with the misfiring system's always going to sound better.
It is.
It-
It is.
it-
My
honestly,
Lane
for-
Evo has a misfire system.
If you're gonna go with Boxer 4-cylinder in particular, it's gotta be the Porsche 1800cc,
Yeah.
the one they used. with unequal leg headers going to 9,000 RPM.
No.
Yes.
So
That's bliss.
So, Mike, you were never over here when our old neighbor Cody still was our old neighbor and lived down the road. He had a 600 horsepower Evo that
7 or 8.
7, yeah. Well, on pump gas, it
almost
was 6.
800 horsepower.
Yeah. That was also the only car that left me speechless as I'm trying to, and also my phone in my chest because I couldn't. It went from here to here, and I couldn't move it, and then I couldn't find words, and I was just. Watch me slow down. But his car also was cammed.
Yeah.
And that thing at idle, holy shit. You would hear him start it up and it sounded like...
Angry.
It sounded angry.
Angry.
It was a race car. You got the thump of like a cammed V8 from it.
Dude.
But it also had heat and AC and full interior.
So,
But it spun all 4 tires and did great
It
stuff.
did Evo things.
Oh,
It
and
did. Have you guys been to Leadfoot City in Brooksville?
No.
not yet because they're still building it. They're on their update now. They almost
What
have the
are they doing with their update?
the track is pretty much completely smoothed out. They're about to pave it.
Yeah.
They're coming up to it. They're about
Track.
to pave it. Yeah, the drag track.
8th mile.
Yeah.
You know how close that place is, right?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
a couple summertime.
Yeah.
Summertime. Yeah, every 2
We're
weeks.
gonna have
But-
8th Mile very close
Yeah,
to us.
But
every
you
2
know,
weeks.
once it opens up, it'll be impossible to get in there and
Yeah.
actually make a pass on it.
But every 2 weeks they do updates.
No, it won't be that bad after a while, I'm sure.
In about 3 or 4 years,
But,
when everybody
like-
gets it out of their system.
I'm just saying, like how close it is. Like,
Oh, yeah.
where I'm at, like
I'd rather go there
I can
than
hop on
Gainesville.
589 and get there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, even going 41, you can get there in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, but
Well, I mean, 589 is closer for him,
Well, yeah.
but
yeah,
for
but-
me, I can just blast down 491 and get there.
all have to raise each other.
I know, but it's one of those like because me and Robbie.
Hold
were
on
talk-
now.
Me and Robbie were talking about.
Careful what you- careful- careful.
No, you'll sell
I'll
your
bring
car.
the CX-5.
No, you'll sell your car.
I'll bring
No,
He'll
no,
make you sell your car.
I will.
No,
I
no.
will bring
No,
the
no,
CX-5.
he
No,
has
no.
made 2
This,
people
this,
sell their
this is
cars.
what happens.
All right, I'm pulling about a car length on him. Maybe I should let up. No, bury him. Make him sell it.
No, I got a car length on him. Let me flick him off.
Didn't
How
work
the
out.
fuck did he come around me in the last 100 feet?
Come around him. Make him sell it.
No,
Did
literally.
someone say active
literally.
yaw control? Am I the only one who got pricky nips from that?
No, like seriously, that's why I sold the 03, my 03 GT. That's why I traded it in. Because a couple months earlier, he beat the fuck out of me.
Well,
Twice.
I've ran my car once.
And Heckman had a Fox body, and we did a mini pull in Mexico, and it didn't go quite as well as he thought it was going to go. So next thing you know, the Fox body's gone, and he's got the car that became the twin turbo Great Pumpkin 2.0.
Well, I've ran my car once, and I know what it ran, so I have to beat that.
So, Robbie, even yesterday when I was over there,
Bless you.
Robbie said the same thing. He's like, "You need to bring this car out to the track," and I'm like, "I just don't want to break it and be that far away." But last episode, I made Robbie. Well, not last. Was it last episode or the episode before? I don't know.
Episode before, we had Jason here last time.
Yeah, no, I made Robbie a believer in the ST because a lot of people don't realize I drive it like
we should race our
I
our
drive it like
STs
a fucking
together.
grandma,
I'll
but
race the Mazda
when
ST and you race the Ford
when
ST.
I need to.
It moves.
That does, and he's like, yeah, no, and he's like, I love the
Who
way
would
it
win?
sounds, and I'm like,
Who would
yeah.
win? Who would win?
I don't
you
know.
think?
Well, it depends on your tires.
It's gonna be real fun if I have the Ranger at this point.
No,
Because I'm gonna have a Cobb tune and be launching in 4 high and really fucking bending their brains. Wait a minute, did a Ford Ranger just fucking blow by me off the line?
Yeah, but if you screw up and you get
Yeah.
beat by the 4-point slow,
I think
it
your
would
switch
suck to
might
trade
click
in the
over
truck
me.
you just
What's
bought.
your-
Right.
what's your, clutch and flywheel situation?
No, but especially
Oh,
like
yeah.
with Dan, because Dan's over there whispering, I have slicks
Well, no,
for
yeah,
it. And
yeah,
I'm going,
but hold on,
slicks, that's
hold on.
cute. 4-wheel drive.
But it's like I just told him, what's your clutch and flywheel situation? Because I don't think that will
You know,
work good.
that's one thing I'm scared about. Honestly,
I'd rather put that. Well, I'd
Launch
be
control
scared
and
of.
4-wheel drive. Congratulations.
I'd be scared to
to
put them on my car, but at least I have
I'm on
different
the-
stage.
we're on a eighth
I'm
mile,
on,
not a
I'm
quarter
on the
mile.
Yeah.
original
Get you
clutch
some,
at
it's
all about the
160,000
launch.
miles.
Get you some Caltrax, just because.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit 160,000 miles on the way home, and I'm still in the stock clutch on my car.
But it was one like when I took Robbie for that ride, like when he came back, he's like, "I love this thing. I love this thing so much." Like I did not know it was this fast, and I'm like, I never realized it's that
Jason
fast.
Out,
but
he was like, "It's like holy shit, this thing moves a lot, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "My bullet doesn't pull like this." I was like, "I know." And he said, "I miss torque steer," and I said, "I hate it."
The torque steer makes it fun.
It does.
It's more. Life is better when you're on the edge of death.
But I wish my engine was like that, and it was.
yeah.
Inside, I'm laughing in 2.2 Mopar.
I know.
Because you guys.
Oh, no, his
it makes
car's
me
more.
want to. It makes me
No.
want
like
to
a
EcoBoost Mustang.
Wait a minute, you're forgetting.
I want an EcoBoost
I've driven his
Mustang
car.
bad.
Yeah, his is more of that than mine. Mine's more refined.
I've felt his. You have not experienced. You've experienced a little bit of deviation in the steering.
Right.
You have not experienced torque steer.
You got that one shaft that's spinning, and the other one's like
Twisting up. The other one is still
Dodge
twisting.
Shadow 2.2 turbo.
Here
Listen,
I
that's
go.
torque steer.
Well, and that's like
When you
And
start
it's-
spinning wheels and you have to literally take your hand and go.
So they have E85 at that Lecanto racetrack.
Yeah, that's
now.
where Robbie gets all his shit at.
Yeah, so if I do that, when I put the big turbo on, I'll be at about 390 to the wheels.
Axles, clutch, been nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to do that, so.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those like I was telling Robbie.
Transmission.
He said
Never
we're
heard of her.
We're gonna do a conservative 26 pounds to start. And I said, what? He said, yeah, 26 pounds boost on the new turbo. He said, I'll send you a base map. Just load it when you put the new turbo in. And I said,
26 pounds.
160.
Wait, what?
I said 160,000 miles, bro. I said I'm at 158. Oh no, sorry. Today is 159. But like when I told him, I was like, I'm gonna be at 160 by the time I do everything. Yeah, I'm 26 pounds. He's like, you'll be chilling at about 350 to 360 to the wheels. He said, you want to do aux fueling? And I was like, no. No, it's a stock engine.
I appreciate where you're coming from, but I'm not throwing down.
If I decide to buy a built block for my car, yeah, I'll do that. But
After you get your turbo and manifold put in, I would suggest go ahead and start to shop for a new transmission.
Yeah.
and a new block.
axles.
And a clutch.
And a flywheel.
Clutch and flywheel. My axles are good. OEM axles are good up to 450. Not worried about that.
I would at least get you another transmission just to put it in the garage
Well,
because
see,
you
the
will
thing
need
is like in a couple of years, I think I'm gonna buy a new daily. I've been talking
because I do believe if you get a little bit too squirrely, especially if you decide to put something sticky on the front of it, I think at some point you're just going to just yeet all the teeth off of first gear.
That's the thing. I think I want to go full squirrel. I think I do.
Yeah, but I think you're going to yeet teeth off of gears. So you should probably just go ahead and get another transmission and just put it in the garage.
I'm gonna get another car. And
no, but I know you.
Full.
But I know you, and
you're
gonna yeet gear teeth before you get a daily
new
driver.
car.
Yeah.
So
Dan, we know you.
get you
Dan,
another transmission.
Dang.
I did. I am the guy who yeeted my rear bumper off in Mexico.
So
You
get,
are also the person
You're
that
right.
flipped your car.
So get a new transmission and just set it in the garage because you will need it sooner rather than later.
I get them cheap, actually. It's surprising. You can get Speed 3 transmissions cheap.
Exactly. You should get one and have a spare because
You know what? Actually, you're not. You.
No, Dad's never wrong.
No, he spiked an idea in the mind. So.
Oh,
never mind. Get two.
No. For
Yeah.
some reason, 11 to 13 instead of 2010 came with taller gears. I think I'd rather have one of those in my car.
Get two.
I'm like $400 a piece.
Yeah.
That's,
two.
that's not bad.
Buy
two.
3 at that price.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you're going to need them.
Do you
At
need
that-
me to
at
buy
that-
one? I'll buy one for
Alright,
you.
If you can get 3 of them, that's $1,200. You just go in and like, hey, I'll take 3 of them for $1,000.
Well, I have a big
Buy two,
problem.
get one free.
I got to do it before that. I have a 13B in my garage. I need to do something with that.
Still have to get a transmission.
Bingo.
Bingo bongo.
But I want to put it in something.
Put it in
Should
your
I?
RV as a generator. It can be a
A
generator.
range,
Actually,
a range
it would actually be
extender.
really- Could you imagine?
Blah, 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 blah.
Go up to the campground, fire up the generator. Blah, 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 blah,
Sorry guys, I got the blender going.
The ultimate goal is I want a Duramax swap that. To be honest,
Duramax with an
I think-
Allison, man. That's
I think
the
that'd be the best
jam.
way. But like, could you imagine it? Like, even if I had like a full story, just walk.
Hey, yo, hold on.
You laugh.
Hold on.
You laugh, but there actually were single rotor snowmobiles that used a Sachs
Yep.
rotary engine.
Oh, believe me, I'm a
You'll
rotary
laugh
nerd.
at this.
I know almost
There used
every
to be
rotary engine.
there used to be
is.
backpack blowers that had a single rotary engine on it. I had one at
Weed
work.
eaters.
I had one at work
lawnmowers,
for a while.
everything.
Chevrolet made a big rotor engine. I forgot what the displacement was because they were actually toying with that for the Corvette in the 70s. 3 liters or something like that.
Something. It was the Aerovet,
Yeah.
the engine one, yeah.
And
So,
but
but
like I
hold
said,
on,
Norton,
like
Norton
apparently
had a
they have
motorcycle.
apparently there's one of those engines that is complete and will run,
Correct.
and then they have parts.
It's very hard. I've been trying to find an. That's. It's,
I was gonna
Oh,
say-
speaking of
hold on,
rotary,
hold on.
speaking of
Your
rotary,
13D, can we put it into lawnmower?
sure. Speaking of rotary, did you guys hear what Rob Dom is going to be doing?
I did.
Either the 3-rotor or the 4-rotor, one of those 2 cars is going to be running in Pikes Peak
Oh.
as an official entry.
Oh.
Like he just released a video today where he started off at he's actually going to get his SCCA license, and
He'll be able to buy a 95 Cobra.
say what?
He'll be able to buy a 95 Cobra R at that point.
Yeah, well, you don't need your SCCA license
I
now,
know,
but
I know.
but no, Rob Dom is actually he's applied and he's actually it has an official slot to run Pikes
That's
Peak Hill
awesome.
Climb.
That's awesome.
So.
And what amazes me about that guy is because you look at his early stuff and you see when he was really starting to did his own shop, you saw how little he knew then. The guy's taught himself how to program CNC stuff and
Oh yeah.
I mean the progression that guy has made.
That's great.
Not just with the rotaries, but just like his ability,
Fabrication skills.
like
and
fabrication
everything.
skills and all the stuff, like all the stuff that he's doing, wiring in the whole 9 yards. Just watching that guy grow.
To be fair, though, there was some savant there to begin with. Because the man literally just looked at videos of the Hoonicorn
and figured
went,
out
I can build that.
This is what the transmission is. This is what but I'm just saying, like I said, it's just watching that guy progress from where he was to where he is now. It's just been impressive to watch.
I think you guys will like this. I wanted him to be here for it, though. Damn.
Are you talking about the Mazay 5-rotor sports car thing?
No, a motorcycle thing. And me, I'm not a motorcycle guy.
Me neither.
This thing got me revved up, literally. But no,
That would just went over everybody.
the Mazay though, yeah, no, I'm excited for that.
Because I've heard Mad Mike's 5-rotor. Well,
And-
and it definitely sounds interesting.
It does, and
Oh,
so
Shelby left the phone out here.
what David did is he literally looked up the Formula One V10 sound and started doing some. They had this like weird program they made to like engineer sounds for rotary engines.
Yeah, he's trying to get the exhaust to make it sound like a V10
Exactly
Formula
like-
One car.
Exactly,
And that's-
so. In
That's
theory,
something. Yeah, if the V10, I think the V10. I mean, I love the old V12 cars, but really like the NA V10 era.
And
Just
that's what he's trying to achieve. And
Those-
in theory, it should do it. And also, in theory, with the setup, this should be a car capable of north of 1,500 wheel horsepower.
yeah.
And with the last RX-7 he built, with which George Dodworth built, which George, big shout out. I know you probably don't watch our stuff, and I met George a while ago. George Dodworth has it now. He also races the Alpha Omega GTRs and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, that car I hope should be amazing. But motorcycle thing, I think you might like this too. I'm not like a motorcycle guy, but I found out about this motorcycle.
Well,
I'm
it's
not a
not-
motorcycle guy either.
It's not that I can't be unlike Brian.
I'm the only motorcycle guy
No,
here,
I
really.
want to be.
Twice.
It's just I can't.
Twice.
I can't
Listen,
touch the ground.
right
no,
past.
no, I
it's-
understand, but
Not you. This one.
I can't touch the ground.
Listen, this thing will just make you happy. So
I'll hold it
on,
up for you so you can.
on today's episode of I Learned That existed.
No. This is gonna fall back to Dirty Harry's second movie. Man's got to know his limitations. I know mine.
The Norton Nemesis.
Oh.
I'm familiar with Norton. I'm
The-
not
is
familiar
that the
with the
rotary one?
Nemesis.
No, the Norton Rotary is the Norton Classic.
Ah.
The Norton Nemesis was a prototype that never made it into production that this guy somehow got his hands on.
Oh.
There's not even sound clips of this thing. There's not anything except for some promotional videos, and that's about it. And this guy's fixing it up. But apparently this thing did run at one time and do things. It's a 1500cc dual overhead cam V8 making 295 horsepower.
Wow. At what, like
On a bike,
18,000 or 17 or 18,000 RPM?
12,000.
Not as high as I thought.
But the bike only weighs 400 pounds.
Everything aluminum.
That's insane.
Norton pitched it to be the
His helmet
Hayabusa
was glow in
killer.
the dark.
His helmet was real.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
So-
That wasn't the headlight, guys. That was
That was
literally
his helmet.
That was literally his helmet.
So Norton pitched this basically to be the Hayabusa killer. Never came to fruition, and some random dude who has a YouTube channel got a hold of it. And he started rebuilding the brake system, and that's the only update we have on it so far. But he plans on actually riding it and seeing if it is what it was supposed to be. But
It reminds me of another weird engine thing that's going on. So, obviously, Top Gear Grand Tour guy, they kind of had the Drive Tribe thing that didn't really work out. So now it's just a YouTube channel.
yeah,
And you pretty much see Hammond on it a lot.
Yeah, him and
Did-
his daughter, who I absolutely love.
And have you seen the little V10 engine?
In the corner.
oh,
The little tiny displacement V10
Yes,
engine
yes.
that they're trying to get to run and put it in a Miata.
yeah, that would be so fucking cool. I hope they could.
I forgot what the displacement on the thing is, like 2.5 liters or something like that. It's small.
2.6 or something
It's
like that.
a
It's a little
small.
over 2.5.
It's a very small, narrow angle V10 engine
Oh, okay.
that some engineering firm had built, and they have it, and they're now working to get it together and get it running again with the idea of dropping it in an MX-5, aka Miata. How cool is that?
That is cool.
Well, it's like I'm saying, that one dude I follow, he's so underrated. The guy who has the Honda Insight with the Kubota
I've
700cc
seen-
supercharged diesel engine in it.
Well, it's like the guy that built the
Yeah, no, I
the
know.
600cc V8 Honda motorcycle.
Oh my god, that thing was ridiculous.
That thing was so cool.
Or even the guy that reverse engineered all the shit that McLaren was doing, and
Oh, you get the
Yeah.
free valve Miata
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Like
free
reverse
valve
engineered.
Miata.
Did
all that
you
shit,
see
like-
did you see the 3D printed ITBs he made for the Mercedes V12?
Yes.
Jesus, that dude.
I just watched that yesterday.
Well, I mean, a guy
That
took
was-
a Porsche and turned it into an F1 car, so...
Yeah.
You know what?
That dude's
You
an
know what?
engineer.
Another one I started following.
Oh, sorry. That just reminded me of a car spot that's been going by constantly, and the guy's now starting to wave at me. A long wheelbase 80s Mercedes. Don't know what number it is and all that, but it is fucking.
Number something.
It is
W124,
It is
probably.
But it
Probably.
is extended wheelbase.
Oh, that would be a limo or a cab version.
But no,
Probably a
it-
limousine.
It's
mod.
not a. It's regular 4-door, but it's a long boy.
Well, that was like the XJ series Jaguars.
yeah.
There was the regular 4-door that everybody bought, but then they also had the slightly extended wheelbase that had the longer back doors.
Yeah.
That was more like an executive limo type
Well,
car.
that's kind of like what this is, but I can't tell if it's a V8 or bigger motor, but it sounds like stock exhaust, but it rumbles.
Could
It
be
rumbles.
I wonder if it's a full-on grosser.
No, like it's black. It's black and silver. It has to be the late '80s, early '90s. Well, no, late '80s, probably late '80s. It's because it has antique tags, so you gotta figure out the time frame for that. But oh boy,
1994.
Like it sounds beefy. Like it's
motorcycle engines, cars. I had a thought.
Yeah. Sorry, it was just one of
No,
those.
you're fine.
It motored down and it literally.
You made Brian calculate
it floats
so
and it goes.
I heard gears clicking. And...
No, I just had some random synopsis start firing, and a thought occurred. So you've always been heard like the bike engines. You've seen bikes with some car engines and small cars with bike engines and this and that. Lotus Elise with bike engines is kind of a thing. What if you took that straight six Yamaha bike engine that sounds like a friggin' F1 car and slammed that into the back of an Elise?
Oh.
Doesn't make enough power or torque. I know
Yes.
exactly
what engine?
It's
like a late 70s, early 80s Yamaha.
What is it? The Yamaha.
I forgot the nomenclature.
It revs to like 21,000.
And when it has the right opened exhaust on it, it sounds like a goddamn Formula 1 car.
Alright, we'll have to look this up after the show
it's
because
like
I'm
a
unfamiliar.
1.6 liter, I think, inline six.
Well, no, I'm also thinking about
twin cam, water
I'm also
cool.
thinking about the
Hondas
450
have them too.
Yeah,
the Honda CBs.
The Honda CB that I'm thinking of that does that is
They
it's only
have like a 1.8 liter.
No, it's only like a 450 cc. That's it.
It's a small twin cam.
And it's so funny.
ITB
it's a
inline six.
It's funny looking. It's a
bike.
big inline six hanging off this bike.
But with the exhaust open up, the thing sounds like a goddamn Formula 1.
The only six-cylinder bikes I knew of was the Honda Valkyrie V6.
No.
I've never seen an inline six on a bike. I'm intrigued.
We will look
Wait,
it up.
No, the V6.
Have you seen the Honda Rune?
The Goldwings are boxers.
Goldwings
are
was
boxers.
saying V6 is
Do you
the
know about a
Valkyrie.
Honda Rune?
Honda Rune?
Yeah.
No.
I know what a crab raccoon is.
The Honda Rune has a flat six.
I'm unfamiliar with this.
The Honda Rune has a 1.8 liter flat six engine.
AKA Boxster 6.
Yes!
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
You've just triggered off another idea.
No, apparently.
Take that engine and drop it in the back of a 356 replica.
Yeah, no, Dan, we're gonna have to do this off camera because we're starting to get late.
I know.
Yeah. We're definitely run late.
Let's hit our bring a trailer.
Yeah.
Cars and Bids car.
Yeah, because
Cars.
sorry guys,
Bids.
we're gonna have to do a
guys go over there.
The tangent thing.
Guys go over there so you can't cheat and look
Cars
at the
and
phone.
Bids car is
Cars
right.
and Bids cars is.
All right. So what we have is an exhaust system. All right, what are we looking at?
That's a goddamn Chevrolet Caprice. I can tell right
That
now
is a
from the back.
Brian,
Yes,
glasses
it is.
are up. I'm trying to get my beer.
That
Glasses
is
are up.
a
100% Caprice Police Interceptor.
police
All right.
intercept vehicle.
LS3, I think they came with.
All right, so what I got here is a 2013 Chevrolet Caprice police pursuit vehicle.
Is this the one that Doug reviewed?
It is the very
This
same
is
car.
where Daniel actually knows the market on these. Look at
The
go,
very
man.
the very same car. 6-liter V8 modified for civilian use. Reviews by Duck DeMuro.
I already got a price. I don't know.
It has-
I haven't looked at it, but I know a price. I know the car.
It has 73,400 miles. 6-liter
Oh.
V8 rear-wheel drive, 6-speed automatic.
Nice.
Clean California title.
I know I've wanted one of these for a
Well,
long
no,
time.
Doug just released it like last week.
I
Yeah,
didn't watch
Doug
it.
actually did a video review of this very car.
This
Yes.
This
This is a 2013 Chevrolet police pursuit vehicle finished in black with jet black interior.
I'm going to show you its corks and features now.
There was a lot
Carfax
of
shows on it. Some of the police-specific equipment were removed after this Capri was decommissioned. It still has like the weird center console and stuff like that.
Perfect.
Um,
And
it's not the cleanest car. Like it's an old cop car
But
that was
they're-
used as a cop car.
But
But-
as soon as you turn on the ignition, the center console pops up. Speeds certified. Speed
Yeah.
certified.
Yeah,
and
like
all
it's
that.
got all that.
It
Like
calibrates itself every single time.
Yeah,
Which
like
is really
Tube.
cool. Tube.
What kind of exhaust do you have?
Tube.
Yes.
Tube.
Well, that's like Sabrina's. Tube.
Yeah.
Tube.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it.
Oh,
13.
no.
Oh, speaking car spot. Speaking of, just yesterday, a super clean bright red Pontiac G8 was in the Publix Burger King parking lot right by my house.
13,000.
16. 13.
I
13,000.
was right
16.
wrong. Mike, I was actually gonna say 12.5, so I'm gonna say 12 now.
16.
Yeah. What are you at?
12 because Mike said
13.
12.5.
16 all day.
12,100.
Damn! Really?
12,100.
They started going down.
So close.
Oh.
So this is a California car, but like I said, you can see this car was used as a cop car.
Because of the thing was so
I know.
big.
Look, it's got
Dude was
the
happy because
vinyl
everyone
floor.
missed it.
It's got the vinyl floor, it's got the vinyl back seat, it's got rips in the front seat.
Oh, yeah,
mean,
no, I knew it.
They're getting cheaper.
Yeah.
I want
They
one.
are. I do too.
They are the new Panther platform because also you get a LS with it. And it's not. It's,
yeah, like I said, it's a 6-liter.
yeah, but it's not like the truck 6. It's not an LQ.
No, it's an
actual
LS.
LS.
Yeah, so I mean that's basically that. Yeah.
And also, seriously, guys, you missed it. My happy dance. I did my little.
He
happy
did. He did a
dance.
big happy dance.
I did.
Mike did a little happy dance.
I did.
Good night, guys.
Everybody have a good night. We'll see you in 2 weeks.